y'all get the notification? What I'm playing is royalty free. Whatever, people get notification later. What else? He's not really back. He just made a short video of him in the hospital. Alright, fuck it, we're gonna get into it. I'm not playing all this, folks. Not this shit boring.
Everybody, give me 1 second just to check the audio.
Him going over the same video at Skylar like 50 fucking times, trying to convince everyone else that, you know, he actually had a point.
All right, everybody, give me 1 Okay, seems to be working okay. So I wanted to make this video just to clarify something that I think is pretty important. And that is to clarify what my goal is here on YouTube. It's no secret.
Okay, so who is True Empiricism? You must be new. People in the chat will fill you in. So, so here's something that those of y'all who have been watching for a while, you notice that I picked up on something that G-Man said about I would say about a week ago, and I specifically pointed out, and I did this for a reason. I pointed out that when G-Man has a few postures, you could say that, a few mannerisms that you can tell whether he's going off the cuff or whether he's trying to remember something, and his like trying to access his short-term memory is the same as a lot of other people's, but his is just more dramatic because, well, he's a living cartoon character, so it's easier to pick up. And so when he did this, I said, well, why would he have to be remembering something? Because if this is something that, you know, he just kind of came up with, you know what, let me try and say that, you know what, True Empiricism has stuff going on. Let me shift kind of the focus on him. Like, you wouldn't have to remember that if you just came up with it. So that made me think there's something amiss. There's something going on here. Why would he be sitting trying to remember something like that? So that was the first thing. Actually, no, that was the second thing. I'm sorry, that was the second thing. The first kind of hint was a video that True had made, or some comments that he had made about trying to direct traffic to his channel. And then I noticed that he had been asking like 5 separate individuals, just trying to come to his channel. Then he had a video about him trying to grow his channel. So I was like, oh, I'm putting 2 and 2 together. G-Man and True were talking about trying to take some of the heat off of him. And because True trying to grow his channel, well, why not? While there's attention on a Christian brother who doesn't want all that attention, why not? You know, hey, I'll take a lot of the heat off of you. It makes sense. It makes sense, right? So the issue with this is that True is not a person that you can have long-term conversations with back and forth. And no point in time has he ever been that type of person. He's just kind of been a provocateur of a certain variety. Let's say that there are people who can elicit responses out of others, and then there's those who can have an edifying conversation with. And I'm pretty sure you know what fucking category True falls in. So he's under some delusion that he can maintain some semblance of decency with people long enough so that they could tolerate all the snide remarks and the condescension and the fucking nonsense that you have to put up with when you're actually in a conversation with this guy. And so I'm saying, you know what? Look, if he wants to have decent conversations, then he'll make effort. He'll make some type of effort for it. One of the things that we've been doing recently is bringing back Journal Club, where we just talk about science. We have a paper that has been released from Cell, Nature, wherever, and we sit down and we discuss it after read. We take notes and all that good shit. If you're not really big into science, it's probably kind of boring to folks, which we understand. But it's interesting that someone who's supposedly so into science and loves talking about science doesn't want to actually sit and talk about it, while whining that all people talk about is drama, and that he doesn't want to get in the drama and this, that, and the other. So he makes a few statements here, which I pointed out before, that he's purposely chastising people. He's purposely goading people into drama. So one of the reasons I'm playing this is to immortalize it before, of course, it disappears like it always does, and he pretends he never said it. So let's listen to a little bit of what True has to say.
I'm back on the scenes, and I'm trying to put up content again. But I feel like since I've gotten back on the scene, I'm getting a little bit too much involved in drama. I want people to understand what my goal is going to be. I don't want my focus to be entirely on the drama.
So again, he hates the drama. He doesn't want anything to do with drama, this, that, and the other. But he has gotten himself into drama inevitably. That's interesting for someone who's claimed that he's not wanted to get in drama, and he's not about that. So that's some bullshit. Oh, by the way, if you didn't see it on Talking Shit Tuesday, this is actually a transcript of True Empiricism's kind of mishmash of whatever he wants to call his ID argument or whatever. Jade did a transcript of this some time ago, and I just said, screw it. I am going to send it to one of my professors. And so all I said was, can you translate this? And so we're going to see what his response is to see if, True is actually about his business. So if he can articulate his points in a intelligible manner, and then we're all just idiots, then my instructor, previous instructor, should say, what, here's what this person is saying. How didn't you know this? You passed my class with flying colors, yada yada yada, and I'll get chastised. So I'm putting myself out there too by putting forward this drivel.
As I've been mentioning in the last couple of Hangouts, I do actually have a pretty decent video produced in response to some of the shenanigans, I should put it, regarding Skylar. There's been a lot of dishonesty and a lot of contradictions, and a lot of game playing, and I think it wouldn't be a very good thing for people to see. But I've been waiting to upload this video that is already made because I'm trying to space out the content that I'm uploading. I don't want my content to be Skylar focused. But it's not only that I don't want my content to be Skylar focused, I don't want it to be drag focused, JD King focused, or any of these people in this community, because I do not feel like these people are important enough or relevant enough to engage all of my time and effort in response to. I've always felt like this community was really a detriment to argumentation. I've always felt like this community that we tend to be involved with is really beneath us. And
that's interesting. So, mind you, it's interesting. He just labels the entire everyone here is so beneath him. Little snide remarks like that is really what kind of confuses me, since he has no sway in any facet of conversation that happens here whatsoever. The only thing that True contributes himself is that he is a focal point for needless drama. That is it. Like I said, you don't go to True and speak to him because you want to learn something or you want to exchange ideas. Like I'm at a loss for what he thinks he brings to the table. Like this nonsense that I just put in an email. I'm pretty sure I know what the response is going to be. I'm pretty doggone sure. So if I'm bullshit, if I'm just completely wrong about this, then my instructor should respond and tell me, hey, it's clear what this guy is saying, X, Y, and Z. Like, so if he thinks that I'm wrong about that, then you know what? We'll have the evidence in my email. So I'm interested in how Ronnie thinks that everyone else here is beneath them. Mind you, folks, we have people here who are biochemists, who have actually made vaccines to help cure people's ailments or prevent ailments. We have people here who are literally curing cancer. Think about that for a second. Just think about that for a second. We have people here who are actually, in their real life, trying to increase the well-being of other human beings. That's the type of people that this clown is trying to talk to. Yet, everyone else here is beneath him. What kind of fuckhead says something like that? How does he know, like, everyone else's worth while not offering a damn thing himself? That's what really confuses a lot of it. And that's a conversation, actually, that happens off air, because there's a few people here who have my personal number, and we chat offline. And it's funny how he makes statements like this while living in the meth distribution capital of the United States. I'm sorry, bro. Real life is going to come and smack you in the face like a dick. Reality sucks, but coming on the internet and pretending that you're more important than you are and pretending that you're something that you're not, people are going to call you out on it. Yet that's just how shit works.
Many people have told me in the past as well that if I were to put more focus in putting in, produce content, then the channel would probably go a lot farther than it has. And that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be trying to do the best that I can to focus my attention on putting up content, producing material that I think, at the very least, will get people thinking about views that I believe that they should also hold to or at least consider. That being said, I think it's unrealistic to say that we are not going to direct all of our attention, or any of our attention, I should say, towards these people in this community. I think that there are some brothers and sisters in the community that start to become active and speak, and they're sort of chased away from a lot of the malicious activity we see here online. A lot of people feel like they are cornered, like they are by themselves.
So let me tell you about a conversation I had with one of these people that True was talking about. One of these individuals, I actually speak to an individual situation. I speak to at least once a week, and so hearing from his perspective why he kind of backed away from the community, it sounds very similar to what True is saying. But now that he has 2020 hindsight, he sees what happened. So just to let you folks know from the Christian angle, here's what goes on. Certain Christians come into the community, they get wrapped up inside the drama that people like the CCP, you know, the Trues and the G-men, so on and so forth, get them involved in. And so once they become now a target for defending their fellow CCP members, not realizing that these idiots don't know their ass from a hole in the ground and that they're malicious as hell as anybody else, now they say, "Oh my goodness, where's all this criticism? Where's all this drama coming from?" Well, you've immersed yourself into it. But what I was told was that at the time they did not realize the kind of the mystique of the CCP member. They didn't realize that we consider them a clown car posse for a reason. They didn't realize that a lot of them are sophists, and a lot of them don't actually understand a lot of the stuff that they're talking about. And so what they would end up doing behind the scenes is poisoning the well. They would constantly talk about how all the atheists are evil, all the atheists are only doing this, is all the atheists are doing that, and they would poison them. Until some of these individuals stepped out and said, you know what, let me talk to some of these folks by myself, and wow, they're actually not like that. I'm speaking to one of those individuals right now, not right now, but you get my point. So the reason why a lot of these folks are backing off is because of people like True and G-Man saying that all the atheists are evil. Again, this is something that I was told because I had no clue. You know what? Antonio came here. What was the first thing that G-Man told? Don't trust the atheists. They'll be nice to you, but then they'll turn on you. What does Veckel say every time he gets into a conversation? Oh, here come the atheists. Up, what do you expect from atheists? The second you get into a conversation with them, they poison the well. But yet they want to pretend as though they want to have some like civil conversation. Get the fuck out of here. No, you don't. No, you've never wanted civil conversation. You want to come here because your life is shit, and you want to pretend to be something you're not. You want the affirmation you obviously don't fucking get in real life. That's why you're here. That is why you don't do shit with your life as far as the science. Some of us do. So how about you pull your head out of your ass? Go get some real friends that aren't four-legged, because this is just sad. Like, it's absolutely fucking sad that you have to like defame other people just to get friends. If you have to do that in order to garner some type of positive attention towards yourself, you're a pretty shitty person in general. You should feel really bad about that, by the way.
When they have to deal with such a bombardment of negativity here in this community, a lot of people aren't strong enough to deal with the hostility that we see.
Right. That's why you run away every 6 months, is it? You go and hide up underneath your bed because things get too toxic? Is that how that works?
Here online, and I think that there's got to be somebody's got to stand the middle ground. Somebody's got to stand between them and point out a lot of the things that you guys have seen me deal with over the years, and that's what I want to do, at least with this channel. This channel, at the very least, it doesn't get a lot of attention, but it at least can serve as a way to become a platform.
So let me show you guys something. I don't know how many of you remember my Dismantling the Magic Man series. Yeah, so this is how Ronnie stands in between people. He lasted probably 5 parts, and then he couldn't take it anymore. He lasted 5 episodes of Dismantling the Magic Man until he ran up underneath his fucking bed. Okay? Of course, his response videos are deleted now. But I love to remind folks about that, because he pretends as though he has, like, I guess he thinks he has thick skin. No, the fuck you don't. No, the fuck G-Man has thicker skin than you. Hell, I'm on volume 2 with exposing G-Man. or G-Man Exposed. Like, come on, are you serious? Like, we have not ran your ass off of YouTube how many times over the last 6 years? How many times have you had to? Oh, this is too. Oh God. Oh, you guys are so mean. Oh God. Oh, I'm catching the vapors. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Are you serious?
For people who might not have a voice yet, but are here, trying to put their input in the community and are being misrepresented. So that's what I would like to see here with my endeavors here online. We're definitely going to be doing the best that we can, especially on my True Empiricism channel, to make things a bit more sophisticated. And we are only going to be engaging with these people in the community in the sense to confront them, never to go on the defense, but to always put them on the defense, confronting their lying, their dishonesty, and their contradictions, and their ironic statements that they make towards people in this community. I think that they should be dealt with only in the sense to how they behave themselves and conduct themselves.
Awkward silence. Yes, sophisticated.
I'm sorry,
folks.
I'm looking at the chat, guys. This is just my honest thoughts. This is how I honestly feel about what I'm seeing in the community. I don't see any reason why these people should be engaged, other than to confront their malicious activity and their dishonesty.
So wait, you don't want to deal with the drama. You don't want it to be made about me or just JD Kane or just Skylar Fiction, but the only reason people should engage with us is to focus on the maliciousness and the isn't that engaging in drama? How do you talk about topics like that and not engage in drama? Maybe I'm not so here, I guess let me give you an example. True. So if you want to put content on your channel, how about this? I'm pretty sure you're familiar with this person. This is something that we were doing, and you were actually invited to, and I believe it was this one. Nope, I'm sorry. That was the other one. You didn't show up. No, it was this one, late night at the lab, just science, where we sat and there's a lot of people in here and we talked about science. I remember because this is where I had to explain phages to somebody. And we had a wonderful conversation and folks actually learned from it. So how about, it might be a setting we actually go live. I don't know. I'll have to check it out, but thank you, Bullinator. Actually, I need to work that out after I go off air, because some days it works, some days it doesn't. I don't change any of the settings. I just fill in the title, click next, and I do the little thumbnail. That's what I'm thinking. Thumbnail. So, True, if you want to have science talks, like this is open, these are all open chats. And one of the things that we had the other day, I think it was last Saturday. Yeah, last Saturday, we had a journal club on a pan-cancer analysis of enhancers in certain cell lines for cancer. So how about you do something like that if you just want to talk about the science, and you and your buddies are invited. You guys can get the link too. We put the journal out there. It's open access. You have access to it. If you didn't, we download it and put it on a PDF and send it to you anyway. So if you wanted to actually talk about science, we're giving you the opportunity, but you never respond to that. Anytime that we actually offer you to talk about like legit science and get away from drama, you don't say a word about that. And I would love for you to make a video just about why you don't do that. Because if you claim that you want to talk about science and we're opening a platform where we just talk about science and you go silent, that says a lot.
I personally feel like it is beneath us to constantly engage with them. And another thing, there's been some complaints in the community regarding banning. And this is not something at all that I distance myself from. It's something that I'm going to continuously do. I think that there are a lot of people in this community that are too comfortable being malicious, being dishonest, trolling the comment section.
Oh.
And if there are people inside of the community who are not even listening to what I'm saying and are just going to try to troll and try to be dishonest, I don't care. You're not welcome on any of these channels if you're only going to troll, only going to be negative, and never offer any.
So that's cool. So, all right, folks. So if I have mods on your channel and True's in the chat, I'm timing his ass out continuously because that's exactly what the fuck he does every time. And actually, folks, this is interesting because you'll hear him say that the only reason he comes over to my chats is to troll and to stir up drama. So that's funny that he claims that, well, he's justified in doing that, which again, it's his channel. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. But then he expects to be able to have a voice on other people's channels. So guess what, True? If you thought about talking on other people's channel, Captain Awesome, Skylar, mine, TST, hey, you're getting that ban hammer, buddy. So good luck talking to other people.
What's regarding anything that is said to you. You're here for your own purpose, and that is to try to be malicious and negative towards what we say, because in your mind, you believe if you curse at
this is a phone hangout. If he wants to have a hangout, I'll open up one just for him.
Enough of you guys do this, and this is going to somehow.
Oh, speaking of which, thank you, Albot. There's a funny section in here where he says that I made a video to Drag to say that I would offer him a hangout where we could hash things out. Did anybody see that fucking video? Because I sure as hell would have gotten a few messages if he had actually made. I think I know he's full of shit on that. I know, because I'm not subscribed to him, but he knows how to get in contact with me. I'm very accessible. I heard hide nor hair of that. I'm just like, did anybody see this supposed video that he made towards me where it was some olive branch where we could hash out shit? I don't remember that at all. But you know what? If he didn't delete videos, maybe he'd have fucking evidence of it. So
discredit the video in question. I honestly feel that if we start removing all these trolls that are not going to participate in these discussions anyways, that all of them unsubscribe, and eventually as I'm putting up content, more Christians will come into the fold and help to strengthen the channel, help to strengthen this voice on this channel, on my other channel, to take their place.
Yes.
And or at the very least, other atheists who are a bit more open-minded, who are actually going to try to engage in the topics, will take their place. So for you guys who are crying about banning, yes, I ban, and I will continue to ban. All I have to say is check your behavior and at the very least, try to engage in the content. And if you try to engage in the content after you find yourself banned because of how you were trolling in the past, don't be surprised if your comments don't show up afterwards. So that's only because you've been banned because of how you guys were trolling.
So make sure, folks, anytime you see True in the chat, anytime you see his comments, delete them bitches. Because he's not here for conversation. He's not here to actually do anything other than to serve himself. True doesn't want to engage in any of these comments, any of these conversations. You see, even in his conversation with Skylar, he couldn't actually understand Skylar's fucking point, much less offer his own fucking point. He had to write it down. And since he left it in his other pants, well, fuck. You know what? If you can't even engage in your argument, you can't put it forth without fucking having a goddamn written script, then you're worthless here. You're fucking worthless. So good job, True. Thank you. Thank you for acknowledging what we've always said about you. You're not here to have a conversation, and you don't deserve to be a part of this conversation.
Trolling a while back, and now you're only catching on to it now because you're noticing your comments aren't showing up. But yeah, I don't apologize for banning anybody, and I'm going to keep on doing that.
Good.
Like I said, both of these channels are going to be used for a specific purpose, and that is to try to help to increase our growth, make sure that the channels can be used as a platform for other Christians, and to make sure sophisticated content is being put out. I mean, one thing I want to do on my True Empiricism channel, I was mentioning this briefly in the last hangout, was I'm going to be doing the best that I can to step off the scenes. I want to try to get guests to start coming into the room, biologists and biochemists, and people with different backgrounds regarding science, even maybe philosophy, to come in and start offering their 2 cents. I've had certain people that might have a following, like Kent Hovind, or I've had people like Venom Fangax and various people that might have a following in the community. We have not had any legit scientists in the community yet come in to offer their viewpoints from our side.
Drink every time he has to smack his lips.
I'm going to be doing the best that I can to make happen. What I might start doing, and I'm going to throw a little bit of an announcement out there, I might start a GoFundMe to set up in case maybe if we got to pay a biologist to give us some of their time to come in and speak, we might end up making something like that happen instead of a Patreon account.
So wait, he has to pay somebody to come on his fucking channel. Wow.
Or something like that, maybe.
That's
as I
sad.
said, yeah, there's really no need for that. But if that's something that we have to get going for the betterment of both the channels and if people want to participate in trying to make something like that happen, then that might be something we might get going in the long run. So we're definitely going to be seeing a lot of progress in both these channels throughout the year. There's a lot of content I have in the making. We've got better mic quality. As you guys can tell, this mic is a little bit better than the last one. So hopefully we're going to see some progress here. And before I end this hangout, I want to ask the people in the audience, what is it that you believe is the type of content that would be effective in producing or uploading? Currently, I'm doing a lot of reading. I'm looking into a lot of different topics right now. I'm exploring different types of contents to produce. As I said in the last hangout,
Doesn't even know what to
I'm
produce.
producing a video, a part 2 of the gerontology video, because I got a lot of feedback.
Good. So guess what, folks? Since he wants to go there, let's actually talk about that. So more than likely, me and the other few individuals who might know a little something about the science, we will make, and actually, let me show you guys something just a second, because his last video on gerontology was rife with fucking mistakes, and the only thing he concentrated on was something that he thought that he actually had correct. And so he said, we'll give him some points for that. His comment about, I think it was nutrients from the Sahara, that was somewhat accurate. That was more accurate than the other stuff. I said, okay, that's fine. So the issue is that we actually had a list and timestamps of claims that he had made. And what was interesting is that he didn't even try to address the other ones. Did not even attempt to. And that's what I found shocking, because it's like, if you're really interested in talking about the science, you won't just say shit off the cuff. You will actually research the stuff before you put out the content, or at least attempt to. But it's like, holy shit. Remembering small factoids, that's not how you properly try and educate folks, especially if you're putting out this whatever it is that you want to call it. I don't know what the fuck you want to call the shit he puts on his channel, but my goodness, it's definitely not fucking content. So where is it? TEC. Oh no, this is the folder with all of his videos. Oh, that's what this is. Oh, by the way, hey, True, check out all that. Man, it's almost like there's a whole folder with your videos. Man, I got lots of content for a while on that one. So I'm trying to find a particular, I put all my assignments in here, and I suck at naming things. So I'm trying to find, because we had a list. I'll probably find it later. I'll bring it up. Let this play some more.
Regarding that video. So I think people are going to like that. There's a lot of new information involved there.
Information turbines.
I'd like to have your guys' inputs regarding what it is that you think that I should start to produce here on this channel.
He's talking to his fucking self. He's really sitting here talking to himself. It's sad. It's kind of sad, these long spans of time where he just kind of has to sit there because no one wants to talk to him. He has everyone banned in the chat, so he has 3 people in there possibly saying something.
Faith is my foundation, right? I don't know what you're trying to say, Soul of Thunder.
Oh, I know who that is.
Because here's the truth. I mean, I honestly feel like things are just, they're constantly going in the wrong direction here. I mean, I'm looking at my exchanges that I had with Skylar, And yeah, I mean, I don't care how it sounds. Point blank, Skylar lost a debate with me. He did. And that's not meant to be obnoxious or ridiculous. It's just the truth. He lost the debate. It's very rare for a debate to be that clear cut of a win.
It's sad when you have to bolster your self-esteem by engaging in inane discussions with people online. But you know what? We all got to do things, self-help.
Obviously was. But I look at the way that exchange went.
You know what, folks? We should actually agree with him. No, you know what? Just as like I don't know when his birthday is. Probably like the 31st of February or something. But we should probably everybody just say, you know what, True? You're right. You did excellent. Everyone convinced True that he did really well in that discussion, that Skylar just sucked ass. Like, he just he didn't understand you, True. You were so smart. Just shower him with praise and affection so that it can probably amount to a fraction of what his mother obviously didn't give him as a child. I think that's something that we should all get together and do, because if he has to be this desperate for a win, then life sucks. Life really sucks for him. So, I feel a little bit sorry for him. Everyone should do that. Everyone should, you're right, True. You got it, man. You had it on point. He had a straw man. He had a circular argument, and he did something where he divided by 0. Man, True, you got him. You got it, man.
I realized that despite the fact that I did get the better end of that discussion,
you sure did.
There was a lot of. It seemed like there was a lot of hostility on his part. Like, he was very angry and frustrated over it. There was a lot of obnoxiousness in the comment section, which indicated that nobody was really listening. Well, I shouldn't say that, because, like I said, there were people, surprisingly enough, who were getting on Skylar's case.
So wait, people weren't listening. Like, did y'all catch that? People weren't listening. They weren't paying attention. But there were, I guess, some people, and I know he's talking about Le Med student. Certain people were paying attention because they agreed that Skylar was being a bit hostile towards True. That people were paying attention when True could use that to make himself look more like a fucking victim. So I love that. I love how he had to, in mid-sentence, correct himself, but then add, they did pay attention, because, they did agree with me.
And I think that's very rare. So that tells me, actually, that Skylar definitely didn't do too great of a job just indicating some of the responses that I've seen. Is usually when one of their own don't do too well, they don't point it out. But anyways.
So let's look at some of the comments, True. Let's take a look at this. Oh, because all the other one is coming up. Yep, that was the final thoughts. I love how it's the thumbnail. Let's see. I believe this is it. Let's see. There's a lot of comments, y'all. Let me see. I'm looking for the meds because I think that's the one that he's referring to. Where is the med? Okay, maybe this isn't the right one. Let's see. Well, what's this comment here? Where's this one? True, dishonest as usual. Gotta love when he gets on soapbox. Man, yeah, that's definitely someone definitely was paying attention. Oh, look at this. Wow, True made an absolute fool of himself. What an uneducated clown. You people were definitely paying attention. Yeah, they definitely were. So, So which video was it? Was it the Curb Your Empiricism? I might have been within the Curb Your Empiricism. That's what it might have been. Curb Your Empiricism. Let's check that out. Oh, yeah, there's True. Right, I'm the dishonest one. Nice editing. Yeah. If you haven't seen Curb Your Empiricism, go watch it. I don't know which one it was, because there's lots of comments about this. Looks like so. Oh, damn! Most of the comments here are his. Actually, let me push this over here so y'all can see. There you go. Yeah. So most of these comments on this one are trues. It's like someone's upset. Yeah, some Kirby Empiricism 4. So if he's talking about the comments, yeah, he's talking about the comments under Skylar shit. So I remember because he took out Lamed student's comment, said this is a good comment, folks. And it's like, well, he's saying that Skylar needed to let you talk. Granted, Skylar's fucking drunk, so yeah, he probably definitely talking over you. I'll agree with that. But Lamed wasn't giving True a fucking like thumbs up with you. You passed with flying colors. By no means. So I'm not sure what the fuck he was reading, but you know what? I don't know. It's like reading a Nadia comment. You kind of wish that, you know, you really didn't read it. And you read it again, it just gets worse every single time. And if you're wondering, you know, what the fuck I'm talking about, well, here you go. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue.
I've just been noticing the activity in the comment section. I've been noticing the behavior just recently between Skylar and myself, and I realized, look at it's childish. I don't want to get myself involved with that. It's nonsense. It's a waste of time. It's beneath me. I think that it's about time to take both these channels. Look, a lot of the bigger name atheists know who I am, right? Amazing Atheist, Our Raw, King Crocoduck, DPR Jones. A lot of these guys, they know who I am. Our Raw denies it, but strangely enough, he remembers my name enough to start talking about me in some article or two when he engages with me, right? I think Dragnox used the excuse that he didn't remember me, but just recently, in my exchange with him in the comments, he seemed to remember me clearly and seemed pretty butthurt about our last discussion. But the point that I'm trying to make is that a lot of people.
So if y'all are wondering what he's talking about, let me give you guys a time frame. Hold on. I do actually have a conversation with Aaron Ross. So I have to scroll up. I rarely, because he's busy. Hold on. Oh man. Jones. Oh man. It's me talking to him about doing stuff in Texas. Me talking to him about fishing. What the fuck were we? What the hell? Oh, damn. That's a good picture. Oh, wow. So it was after, excuse me, it was before April 30th, 2017. It doesn't go back that far. So I'd asked Arn Raw about his exchange with TE, and he was like, TE. I said, well, True Empiricism. He's like, who's that? I was like, you don't remember who that is? The 4-digit binary guy? He's like, kind of. So I had to jog his memory a little bit. He really didn't know who I was talking about. But to be fair, I was talking to him about objective morality and stuff like that, and I referenced Ozzy. He goes, Ozzy who? And I was like, oh shit, he forgot Ozymandias. So I said, you know, Ozzy's whole name, and said, oh yeah, he knew who I was talking about. So he doesn't remember a lot of stuff. I just thought it's funny because True Empiricism, I guess, thinks that Arn has him on his mind all the time. Like, no, he deals with people in all other fucking types of countries and shit. And one idiot on the internet who thought that binary was a 4-digit fucking code. How do you separate that from any other idiot that you run across? So
people in the community have known me for a while. I've been doing this for about 5 years, 6 years or so. And I've never really taken my channel seriously in the sense where I was going to start trying to bring it up a notch, to start putting out sophisticated content on a regular basis.
Sophisticated.
And I'm going to be trying to do that throughout this year. I'm going to do the best that I can. So hopefully we can see some progress. And I think that there's having being known like, I mean, I'm not known like, I'm not big.
Not a dragnet or anything.
Cheese here on the internet. That's what I'm trying to. That's not what I'm trying to say. But what I'm trying to say is that being known, but not having a sufficient platform to respond in such a way to where I can get the attention that other people who have these big days like Alan Ra can. It's sort of it's a weakness, if you get what I mean. It only helps them. It doesn't help myself. So helping my channel grow to build a larger viewer base in order to speak out against some of the things we're seeing, I think that's a good thing. And I want to make sure.
Wait, what makes you? Hold on for a second. Wait, you? I guess. So there's an issue with the platform. There's a platform issue, and he needs a bigger platform in order to speak out against Aron Ra and some of the other things. He needs a platform comparable to Aron Ra. Am I understanding? Because trust me, sitting down and even if you write out his fucking garbled nonsense, it still doesn't make fucking sense. But I think that what he's trying to say is that he doesn't accept the fact that he's an internet loser, and then Aron Ra gets to travel the world. Basically, Aron Ra has a much bigger platform. YouTube is only one fucking facet of the entire platform that Aron Ra has. He gets to speak at conventions. Yes, he does YouTube videos. Yes, he gets to go to conferences in the Netherlands and shit like that. That's what I was thinking of. And so there's a huge platform compared to the tiny microcosm that is True Empiricism. Hell, True doesn't even have a platform here on G+. He has a channel that people mostly ignore and mostly ignore him. And so he's upset by that because he thinks, well, I tangled with Aron Ra before in the Magic Sandwich Show. That makes me special. No, that just makes you a loser that they use for fucking fodder. So no, True. You don't need to have a bigger fucking channel. You don't have anything. You have to actually offer something. There's a reason why he's up there debating William Lane Craig. He's up there debating Sites. I don't think did he. Yeah, I think he did debate Sites and Brugengame. There's a reason why these other apologists, albeit they're not that much better than you, but they can actually string together a coherent string of sentences or a series of sentences to form paragraphs with punctuation and all the other shit that you kind of need in order for people to at least believe that you have a rudimentary grasp of the English language, which you don't. So why would you think that you deserve a bigger platform? I don't understand why this fucking troglodyte thinks that he can crawl out of his fucking hole and for some strange reason metamorphose into mega apologist prime. That's what I genuinely do. Like, he can't even have a decent conversation here on G+. And let's be completely honest. You can't even open up a hangout with this fucker and talk about the weather for 2 minutes because he'll get so butthurt of the fact that he can't even communicate in basic fucking English. But that's your fault. That's everyone else's fault. That's everyone else's fucking fault but his. Everything else is everyone else's fault. I love it, but that's the one thing that ties the CCP together. Everything is everyone else's fault. The fact that you don't have a bigger platform is because you fucking suck. You don't have shit. If you did, you would have taken the same amount of time that Aron Ra did to improve yourself. Aron Ra wasn't traveling the world. He started off small. He started off on the Magic Sandwich Show. I'm doing bigger and better things now. But guess what? You languish because you suck. So why is it that you deserve a bigger platform when you put in none of the work? None. I don't, and that's what I genuinely don't get about these folks. They want shit, but they don't want to work for it. I had a shit channel. I appeared on the Magic Sandwich Show. And then I started engaging with people. And guess what? I took a fucking break and went and learned some fucking science. And guess what? Now I can communicate pretty damn decently. Pretty fucking decently. At the undergrad level. But guess what? If I want a bigger platform, guess what I need to fucking do? Guess what? Guess what, True? I need to work for it. I need to earn it. I need to catch the eye of a lot of people. I need to actually have something to bring to the table. You don't have that. This past conversation with Skylar proved it. Everyone sat and listened to you misconstrue his fucking argument. What you thought was his argument versus what the fuck he was saying. And when he's telling you no, True, you labeling my argument something does not make it such. And so the fact that you couldn't even have a conversation without having a fucking piece of paper in front of you with your shit written down, that kind of tells us that you don't have it. I don't sit here with a list of a fucking book that's got bookmarks and shit in it to tell people what a fucking phage is. Do you think any of us do that when we're talking about science, or philosophy? No. If we didn't look up something, say, hold on for a second, let me make sure. But you can't even have an organic conversation about a topic that you claim to be able to debate it. That's what's crazy to me. If you are engaged in a debate with somebody, and I'm using that word fucking loosely, very loosely, and you have to write your premises down, you probably don't understand your fucking position that well. You probably don't. Now, if you have that piece of paper to write down your opponent's premise, if y'all not discussed it beforehand, which you actually should be doing if you actually look up how debate works, then that's fine. But you couldn't even respond after the fact and discuss the merits of your own fucking argument. That's sad. That is pathetic. That is absolutely pathetic. That's another reason why you don't deserve a bigger platform. And that's why I say, okay, if y'all want to go talk to True, go talk to him. He's a clown and a loser, and he's pathetic. And he wants something more than what he wants to work for. So why would anyone waste fucking time talking to him? He's a clown, and clowns need to be laughed at. That's what it is at the end of the day. He's upset that people are mean to him, but go back and listen to that conversation. When Skylar said, no, True, that's not my position. I adhere to subjective morals is based on my personal feelings and or emotions. Point blank, period. That's a summation. That's a very basic summation of Skylar's position. No, that doesn't comport to how people act. It seems as though everyone, acts to, objective morality. So you do too. That's a fucking bald ass claim. Are you serious? So you just go ignore what the fuck he just said? What are you debating then at that point? What exactly are you debating if you're not addressing what he just said? Who cares what the fuck you think other people do? No one gives a shit, idiot. This is the kind of shit right here that it baffles people and it boggles the mind as to how he thinks that for some reason that display was something positive for him. That reinforced in my mind that he's a worthless fucking troll and a goddamn hood goblin that doesn't deserve a platform, that doesn't deserve to be in any conversation involving anything that requires just two brain cells, okay? But no, please regale us some further, just a little bit further with whatever it is that you fucking think that you got to say.
Sure that the contents that I'm producing, believe it or not, is going to be steered to draw in more Christians rather than just try to get a hold of the atheists. Yeah, we want to try to get them converted in the long run. But one thing that you got to pay attention to, guys, is when you have an audience that is so mixed with atheists, and the atheists are the ones who tend to be the most prevalent or active in the comment section until you put up a video that gets the attention of the Christians, that actually works against your content, because what is active in the comment section is a negative voice that even if they're not dealing with your points of the video, that negative voice can leave the wrong impression. So having a viewer base that could fight back in the comment section, it makes your channel strong. It helps what you're trying to get out have a stronger foundation.
You know what else helps? Actually having a fucking argument, actually knowing the material. That really helps too. Maybe, and this is crazy, this is a crazy idea, maybe folks would be more sympathetic if you actually brought something to the fucking table. Because now it's just, well, it's us versus them. No, True. Do you honestly think that there are other Christians out there who have removed themselves from this scenario? Do you honestly say, you know what? True knows what the fuck he's talking about. He actually taught me something. Do you really think the Christians say that, True? Because I can prove you wrong. I wouldn't have had to have almost a 3-hour conversation educating somebody on the shit that you fucked up literally for years. That conversation would have never happened if you weren't such a fuck up. And yeah, I'm pretty sure you're thinking, it should be kind of obvious who I'm referring to. If you think real carefully who I've been referencing on and off on my other series, Exposing G-Man. It should be obvious. Crazy.
So what you say in the video is better reinforced in the comment section. And I see that that's a big mistake in our community. We're fixated on this community. And when you look at JD Kane's channel, when you look at Dragnoc's channel, when you look at Skylar's channel, they all have the same subscribers. And you can see that from who's commenting on the videos and who's leaving comments in the live chat. They all have the same subscribers. It's the same type of behavior you get from these people as the Amazing Atheist crowd or the Cult of Dusty crowd. They're very unintelligent trolls.
Projection.
And unfortunately, that community is the dominant voice in our vicinity, and the Christian voice is not as loud. So we need to try to work on putting out content, not necessarily to try to draw in other atheists, but to draw in other Christians to make our channel stronger and to be built on a stronger foundation. Because one of the another issues that I have is that all of these atheist channels, they're used to saying whatever they want and not really too many atheists calling them out, even if they get things wrong or they act out. So there's no consequences for them.
So I like this. There's now a troll in the chat. It's probably true, even though he likes to claim that, I troll his chat, which I don't. The only reason I say that is because his spelling is terrible.
Interactions. If there's channels that are built up in which there is a different mindset, a more open mindset, or at least a community of people who is not familiar with this community of people, and people start calling them out when content is produced in response to their malicious or questionable activity, then this will definitely be useful as a tool to push back against what we're seeing. So there's a lot of reasons why I thought about coming here on the scene to start putting up content. I've actually been watching what's been going on with G-Man and Drag and what's been going on here online. I'm just gonna come up.
So mind you, folks, when if you missed the first few minutes of this, which I'm not sure what's going on with my notifications, but it looks like it's working now. So I told folks that I noticed that G-Man had a particular tell where he was trying to remember something, and that what he was trying to remember, it seems, was a conversation he had with True, where he wanted to divert a lot of the heat away from him onto True, since True wanted to grow his channel, which makes sense. If that's what True is trying to do, well, why not use the momentum that's already there and just push it in a different direction? Gotcha. So I'm like, well, hold on for a second. You are not slick, sir. You are not slick at all. That like subtlety is not your thing. And so here, True is acknowledging my prediction. So I am glad that my prediction was actually really accurate.
Say it. The only reason why I started putting up content again here on True Talk was to try to just steer attention away from what was going on with G-Man.
Boom! What did I tell y'all? What did I tell you guys the other day? Didn't I call it? Didn't I call it? I pointed it out as soon as he was doing it. I was like, this fucker's going around begging folks for debates. He's begging, trying to get people into his room. Now he's putting up content. Now G-Man let the cat out the fucking bag, basically. What did I tell you? I knew I was right.
I saw this behavior in the comments. I mean, because I don't care what they say about me. I don't care. We even went out and we put that, and this was all planned. We went out and we did that discussion over on GTV with the intention to talk about things and word things in such a way to be sloppy so that they could jump on our case. And a private community that I have with certain people, I was very clear and upfront with people that I was even going to try to say things wrong in order for them to jump on my case, because I was trying to steer attention away from G-Man. Because you can see it; they're being so aggressive and malicious, and a lot of Christians.
So wait, he was intentionally saying things wrong just to drive attention away from G-Man, right? That's I suck at fucking English. I don't want to take the time to actually learn it, so. Just whenever they comment on that, I did that on purpose. I did it on purpose. Just like his fucking website that was awful, terrible. I'm pretty sure he did that on purpose too.
to the community know what I'm talking about. I mean, there were some comments I left with Spoken and Antonio and all those in the community. They saw what I posted, and with G-Man, we spoke about this privately before the hangout, and so they're aware of what was going on there. And I'm bringing this up because it's just you try to talk to these guys. I mean, I sent a private message, and I'm saying this for a lot of reasons. I'm trying to get it all out at once. I tried to be nice to Drag a while back.
Oh, this is the story here. I want people to be honest with. Is this guy Anthony? Look, if you're gonna call people lame ass, it's ASS, lame, not lame as. You're not comparing something to something else. Lame ass, like you're behind. If you're going to insult people, please learn fucking English. It's kind of ironic that you're talking shit to people who are commenting on somebody else's shitty English when you can't even. Okay, anyway. So here's the part, folks. If you missed this earlier, I caught this. I caught this hangout when maybe it was about 5 to 6 minutes in, and this is what really caught my attention because I genuinely do not remember him ever doing this. Now, what he's going to describe is some olive branch that he extended to me, which is strange because I make myself really accessible for just that reason. But I don't have any messages. I don't have any video. Because I usually have a lot of people telling me, hey, you know, such and such is calling you out. Hey, such and such wants to get in contact with you. And there'll be 3 or 4 people at least at any given time saying that, tagging me, sending me private messages. Some people have my phone number. So it's not hard to get in contact with me. So when he says that he's tried to reach out to me, I am literally at a loss for what the fuck he's talking about. So just listen to this for a second. And if y'all remember a video like this, be honest. Maybe I missed it. I'm not subscribed to, like, let me show you. When I say I am not subscribed to True, I am not fucking subscribed to him. He has nothing other than laughs for me that I'll occasionally catch from somebody else's channel. There's no reason for me to be subscribed to this fucker. He doesn't have anything to offer at all, ever. Again, let me show you his other channel. Not subscribed to him. So, he subscribed to me, though. He knows.
And I try to tell Drag, look, if you want to talk about this stuff privately, let's, it's all, everything that was between us is water under the bridge. We can talk about anything that we've had beef with. Let's just sort it out and talk about it live. Got no response from him because he didn't want to try to sort things out like an adult. And then I started seeing him how he was attacking G-Man.
Do any of y'all remember this? Do any of y'all remember him offering an olive branch to come talk about something privately or have a hangout about it? Does anybody? I mean, and I'll be honest, I'm at a loss for when the fuck that happened. Like, when did he say that? Was that in Talking Shit Tuesday in a live chat and I banned him or something? When did that happen? Because it sounds like, well, you know what, G-Man, what do you think? Liar! Okay. Well, G-Man spoke.
He's constantly trolling his comment section. Like, why are you going on about this? Yeah, why don't you leave this alone? I was constantly going at him in the comment section. I'd watch Drag's video.
Oh, there we go. Here, okay. So remember, there we go. Ah, man, I started at the wrong place. Okay. So remember, earlier in the video, True was talking about banning people left, right, and center. He said he's not going to apologize for it, which is his channel, it's his choice. But people were just trolling. They didn't want to have any conversation with him, right? That's what he said at the beginning, around, I guess, one at the 3 or 4 minute mark. Listen to what he says that he's just been doing.
About anything that we've had beef with, let's just sort it out and talk about it live. Got no response from him because he didn't want to try to sort things out like an adult. And then I started seeing him how he was attacking G-Man, and I was constantly trolling his comment section. Like, why are you going on about this? Yeah, why don't you leave this alone? I was constantly going at him in the comment section. I'd watch Drag's videos like every other day. You got the word capacity. You can't really reason with these guys. You can't get them.
So hold on for a second. It's okay for you to go and troll people's comment sections and live chats and shit, but you get upset when somebody does it to you. Tell you what, True, I'll make sure that your ass stays permanently banned from my channel. How about that? If that's because this hold on, G-Man, what would you say?
You hypocrite.
Man, Man. Man. Mm, 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 mm.
To understand not to act maliciously. And unfortunately, the last couple of weeks, in my attempt to try to steer attention away from G-Man, I mean, yes, sort of, he's been trying to draw his attention towards me. But in the end, my activity has only made him mad. He's going to deny it, of course. But my activities towards him has only made him more angry. And you can see it in his attempts to try to say things that he believes offends me. And it's just everything turns negative and only goes downhill because of what this community does as a whole. And despite the fact that they think that their activity is just all for
so
fun
wait,
and games.
Hold on for a second. So why are my actions and my words being used as a marker for what the entire community does? Like that's what I don't understand. If you want to sit here and say that Drag's a big old meanie poopy face, that's fine. I will be a big old meanie poopy face. I don't care. You don't deserve any better. But how does that? How do you like square that circle? Like, I'm trying to figure out where you're coming from with that, because not everyone engages in the type of discourse that I do. Because mind you, I'm capable of what did he say? Sophisticated conversation. So I'm capable of that just as much as I'm capable of shitting down your fucking neck. So you get what you get. You get what you deserve. What is that? What is that dictum? That calm down, Tommy. I said dictum, not dickum. What is that dictum that Ozzy has? We all get the conversations we deserve. Isn't that true? Isn't that true for us all? If I'm a big old meanie poopy head, the true, I don't get to talk the truth. Sokka got to talk the truth. Of course, that's down fucking deleted. But we all get the conversations we deserve. And guess what? You don't have a bigger platform because you don't deserve one. It's like, what? It's come on. Like, it does that not like make sense to you in your mind? Like you don't have to be, what is it? What does Fiona say? Rock. You don't have to. You have to do. It's not rocket surgery. That's what it is. It's not rocket surgery. It's like, no, you suck. You don't deserve any better. You get what you fucking get. QQ.
Some of the things that they're doing or they're saying to certain people in the community, I know firsthand because of what I've been told.
Yeah, it's a sock account.
That they're affecting them in such a way to where it is bothering them. And I don't want to say anything that's going to just give them more ammunition and material. But
it's you know what's really bothering me right now, True? It's this right here. Oh man. Man, let me read this out to you, True. Dear Alfred, hold on. Where is it? Dear Alfred, congratulations. You have been approved to participate in the Biology Scholars Program. Biology Scholars recognizes your academic achievement, obligates you to fulfill certain requirements, and provides you certain opportunities for the remainder of your undergraduate career. The guidelines are found in the catalog and, for your convenience, on the enclosed document. If you maintain compliance with the requirements, your participation in the Biology Scholars subplan will be noted on your UHCL transcript when your BS degree in biology is conferred. When you apply to the MS in biology or biotechnology degree programs, your application will receive priority processing, and the Graduate Admissions Committee will consider waiving the GRE requirement. If you have any questions regarding these guidelines, please contact me. Sincerely, said Betsia, PhD, interim associate dean, whatever. Yeah. So this is what I'm concerned with. Not your stupid shit. This is fun. This is my breakfast. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take it anyway for anything else, or when I transfer to UH Maine, I'm gonna have to take it anyway. So yeah.
Everybody needs to start acting like adults. And what I'm trying to say is that we have got to try to get away from this community. And this is what the goal is for these two channels, to get away from the community in the sense that we're going to start putting up content and focusing on the topics as adults. But
adults,
I think that at the same time, being realistic, we are never going to be able to keep our eyes off of what's going on in the community, because what these people do here online chase off other Christians. And that needs to be confronted. Somebody needs to stand in the gap and defend these newer brothers that come here in the community.
Whoa, wait.
So I'm going to go back in the side chat and read what's being said here, guys.
They want internet neutrality. What is your address, big boy? Because True Empiricism taught me everything I know about hydraulics.
Activity in the comments. So that's what you guys are going to see. You're definitely going to see some changes on both these channels. I want to have weekly episodes here on True Talk TV where we will engage with certain events that have gone on in the community throughout the week.
So he wants to have a weekly show going over the events that have transpired over the last week. Man, that sounds fucking familiar, doesn't it, folks? That sounds really familiar. Do we have a show that does that? Do we have a show that talks about what's going on in the last week? Man, that sounds really fucking familiar. Man, where could they have gotten that idea from?
Earlier, you saw me do the episode True Talk. Nobody came in. Ended the hangout because there's nothing going on there.
Because no one wants to talk to you. Ended the hangout. Nobody came in. Yes. Why do you think no one wants to talk to you? If you look, True, think about this for a second. When have I ever opened up a hangout and someone's never wanted to come in? Think about that for a second. Think about it. Just take it's sad. Even your Christian brothers abandoned you. That's sad. Hold on, I need a G-Man quote here. Oh my God. So you had to end up closing Hangouts because you were just sitting there like an idiot and no one wanted to come in. Well, here's something, genius. If you don't make yourself accessible for people to come in to communicate you with so they can come in, what do you fucking think is going to happen? Your Christian brothers, some of them actually have lives. Some of them are having internet fucking issues. And so you're only going to catch them during certain times. So it's like, what do you think? Like, you don't have this pool of people to pick from. Like, I don't know. Like, he has some weird delusion where he's way more important than he thinks he is. No one's dying to get into a True Empiricism hangout to talk to him about any goddamn thing other than to see what stupid shit falls out of his mouth. That's it. That is absolutely it. So now you're having to come on Talking Shit Tuesday every so often just to get your fix of attention because you can't get it on your own damn channel. That's sad. That's so sad. Okay, I did not mean to hit it that time. I meant to hit like the space bar in the other window, but it was aptly timed.
And hopefully we can continue to do the Bring It Evolutionists on Sundays. I want to try to keep those going every Sunday. And
so I think Anthony in the chat is probably a true sock. I don't know. Just based on the fucking spelling alone, it would not surprise me. But I think what True did was take an old like Facebook image of his one of his girlfriend's brother. Yeah, his girlfriend's brother, and he just made a sock, and so he just fucked with people. So let him have fun.
Mainly on my other channels, it's not really going to be a focus in uploading content in the sense of where I'm producing hangouts every other day. That's what this channel is going to be for, mainly in the hangouts. I'll be doing the Bring It Evolutionist, but I'm going to be mainly uploading content and producing content on my True Empiricism channel. And I asked a question earlier, asking the viewers, what is the type of content you guys would like to see produced, the type of topics you would like for me to delve into. And I haven't really gotten a lot of responses.
Okay, well, cool. Here's something. Okay, so let me break. Yeah, it's the same spelling errors too. That's the funny. Like, you can't hide like terrible fucking spelling. Like, that's just it. It's Oh, I'm trying to think of the word. That's True's idiosyncrasy. That's his like specific fucking little tell that people can use, and it's sad when it's bad fucking spelling. Okay, so how about this, True? I brought this up earlier, so let me bring it up again. So if you want to put some content, I'll suggest something. How about this? If you want to seem like a big old smarty pants, okay. Here. I guess let me push this over so you can fucking see it. If you want to do something, here. Right here. We all sat down. This was me, Sam, I guess RC was there, Rational Mind, and CRISPR. I think that was all. Was there more? Yeah, that's me, Rational Mind. CRISPR wasn't in there yet. Sam, RC. Okay, yeah, that's what it was. So we all sat down. We found a scientific paper, and we reviewed a scientific paper. How about you do that? Fine, go to, I don't know, nature.com. We'll do nature. How about that? How about nature? Okay, nature.com. Fuck, I don't know. Just anything. Lava flows, stem cell crackdown, Ebola returns. There's all kind of interesting stuff, but find an actual fucking article of something interesting, like you want to do something on gerontology. So, might want to learn how to spell it. Gerontology. And look at that. Man. All kind of stuff here. All kind of stuff. So, find an actual scientific article, thingy-majig, and do a journal club. Do your own journal club. How about that? That's an idea. Put up that content. Not IO9, not Live Science or Science Live Wire, whatever that website's called. Not Pop Science. Go to Nature, Cell, go to PubMed just to find some fucking like some recent study. I don't know. Like there's all kind of stuff that you can do. Not some bullshit. So how about you do a review of some actual fucking science? That is a crazy idea, but it's really easy to stay away from drama if you're concentrating on the topic. But here we go, folks. Y'all hear this. It's an hour and 18 minutes in. I'm giving True. Now, look, folks, I'm going to make this prediction. He's going to pretend I've never fucking said anything like this. He's going to pretend like I just, like, whatever. Like I just told him to go fuck himself. How about you put some actual content on your channel, True, that's actual fucking science? I'm giving you suggestions, specifically Cell, Nature, going to fucking PubMed and just pulling the goddamn article. Like, the study, I should say. But not pop science. Not looking at a YouTube video like G-Man likes to do. YouTube videos are cool. If it's a science lecture, awesome. Cool. But you know what's even better? Actually going to the fucking study and reading it? I don't know. You know what'd be even better? I don't know. Doing the study yourself. But we all can't do it. That's okay, True. Not everyone can be great, man. Not everyone can be great.
That's no biggie, Feckle.
I think this is when the dick sucking starts.
It was a messy garbage hangout anyways. There wasn't a whole lot being said there. It was so I'm away from the computer for a while.
This must be cathartic for
Couldn't
him.
get my computer to work right.
This must be really cathartic for him. Really cathartic. I imagine it's a lot cheaper than therapy.
So I asked a question, Feckle, just now. I mean, what is the type of content you think that I should start uploading and producing?
Uh-oh. Let's see what Veckel has to say. This should be interesting. I got done talking. I had an hour conversation.
Figure out.
An hour-long conversation with Veckel's brother yesterday. That was fun. Was it? No, it might have been Monday. I'm sorry, not yesterday. Monday. Oh, yeah, okay. It's still lagging.
I'm working on a lot of different content. I've got one video that I'm that's in the works regarding Matt Dillahunty. It's supposed to be his 7 best. What's the title? 7 best Matt Dillahunty moments or something like that. And I guess it's supposed to be his best arguments. It's from ScienceNet. I'm going to be tackling that point by point. It's going to be a produced video. I'm doing a part 2 of the gerontology video that I did a while back, or is it possible for men to live 1,000 years? There's a lot of information in that video, and
A lot of information.
ideas for newer content. Honestly, I'm debating. I think I told you this already a while back, Vecco, that I produced a video actually. It's actually a compilation video confronting the dishonesty of Skylar. And there's definitely a lot of juicy material in there. But
So wait, I thought you wanted to get away from drama. I thought you wanted to actually have content. So you're making a compilation of what you feel is someone's dishonesty. So, so here, True wonders why no one wants to talk to him. Now, here's the funny thing. Here's what's crazy, folks. If he wanted to actually squash the nonsense, why doesn't he offer Skylar the same opportunity that he claims to have offered me? Think about that for a second. Now, this fucker he's just off the fucking wall here. In this very hangout, he claims to have offered me some fucking olive branch where we could have hashed things out and squashed the beef, whatever you want to call it. But instead of offering that to somebody he's actively engaging right now, he wants to produce a compilation of what he feels is dishonesty rather than taking the time to clear the shit up. Now, you fucking tell me, why should anybody talk to True Empiricism when he's this full of bullshit? It's crazy. Yes, go back and listen to this. Go back. He claims now, and I asked folks, this is, I think it's maybe about 20 minutes ago, Hannah, where he claims to have offered me some fucking olive branch where we could sit down off air or on air and talk about the beef or talk about any issues between us. I've never heard him say anything like that. And he knows how to get in contact with me. And so he's bullshitting. But I said, well, okay, you know what? Let me just take it for face value. Let me take it for face value. If that is true, why did he not offer that to Skylar Fiction just now? Why is he bragging about this compilation video of someone's supposed dishonesty? Let's think about that for a second. Maybe True's full of shit and didn't realize it. And so now, oops, Dragnet pointed that out. Let me amend my statement, because now Dragnet shows that I'm full of shit and I'm lying and bullshitting to people. Because it's interesting, if you're talking about moving away from drama, if you're talking about everyone else being so malicious and vicious against you, and you're talking about people being beneath you and not worth your time, then why are you going out of your way to create a compilation video of someone's supposed dishonesty? What would be the result of that? Why is that a thing? Why exactly? What's the purpose of that, if not to perpetuate more drama? So it's funny how he mentions this stuff, but then his actions speak louder than his words. Just saying.
honestly, having second, definitely questioning myself whether or not I should upload that video. If I upload it, I might upload it on this channel instead of my other channel.
You should.
Because like I said, I don't want all of my content Skylar focused. I just don't. The only reason why that video was uploaded earlier today on my other channel was because I wanted people to see the end portion. That was really the only reason why, our discussion towards the end. And I wanted really, people to see that, because I think that when you hear the way that Skylar was responding, it was kind of poor the way he was responding. But I should have actually uploaded it here to begin with, just to avoid getting too many viewers in that direction. I mean, I think it's been up there for like 20 hours or something. I thought, well, what are the views on that video? They shouldn't be too high. Should be pretty low still. 355 viewers, so that's probably gonna get about 600, 500 views by the end of the week. Man. Okay, everybody pray for G-Man. G-Man's in the hospital. G-Man sent me some pictures. I don't know what's going on with G-Man. G-Man's asking for people to please pray for him, so everybody pray for him.
What I find interesting about the whole G-Man thing is that G-Man contacted atheists first to come help him. I do love that. The same people that G-Man took his very sweet fucking time defaming. Remember, these are atheists. Remember, they don't want you. They don't care where. And so that's why I'd asked MP and Hannah, did he ask you guys about your morality, what your basis was for your morality when you were there helping him? It's almost like he's full of shit. It's almost like he just says shit just to be provocative. But then when he needs something for someone, he turns into the sweet kitten that Shani believes him to be. People really show you who they are when they're down and out, don't they? They really show their true colors. Man, it's funny how that works. It's real funny. You don't see that fire and brimstone now that his ass is in the hospital. Not everybody's made for being rough. Not everyone's made for being honest. I mean, that's what look, I appreciate True looking out for his Christian brother. It would have probably helped if he would have made a hangout earlier, around the time that I did, because I believe that I was the first one who actually let people know that. Interesting how that works, isn't it? So, while we're talking about bullshit and people being full of shit, I just wanted to highlight that. I had to highlight that. Oh yeah, brother G-Man's in the hospital. Everyone give him a prayer. How about you do a GoFundMe and maybe, I don't know, help him pay for his fucking, because he's staying in the hospital for a few days and I'm pretty sure his ass ain't got insurance. I don't know too many jobs of his caliber that have insurance. So how about y'all do that? How about y'all Christians get together for once and actually do something fucking positive? When I say Christians, I mean CCP members, not actual Christians who have actually been participating in these type of events. You know who you are. So that's funny. That's funny. And so what I was curious about this part. When I sat and I was listening, I was playing that stupid fucking Conan game. I was like, okay, this is probably the part where he says, hey, brothers, let's can one of you guys get with G-Man and see if his medical bills are taken care of. Let's see if, how he's doing. He probably has some lost wages for, the days that he's going to be out, because he does work 2 or 3 jobs, according to him. So if you're working that many jobs, you can't afford to be out 3 or 4 days. That's going to make you get behind real quick. He can probably dip into them savings he pulled out, but who knows? He might need that for something he might have later down the road. Because if you're staying in the hospital for a few days for whatever injury, you're probably going to have some follow-up that's going to require a little bit of money. So, or copay at least. So let's see if True Empiricism takes this opportunity to say, you know what? Let's help out our brother in Christ.
Yeah, he's got pictures of him in the hospital. So something going on there.
Yes, he has pictures. How about his actual care?
Hear that, guys? That's a prayer request. Everybody pray for G-Man. Something's going on with him.
Pray for his medical bills to go away. Pray for his lost wages to come back.
And that's another reason too. Now that we're on the issue of the hospital, I don't want to get involved with this community anymore, because honestly, I can't deal with the stress of it all. It's not like stressful. It's just
Wait. So we're going to skip over G-Man knee. Okay, that's fine. But we're going to go into, well, I can't deal with the stress. It's not stressful stress, but it's just stress. Earlier in the hangout, wasn't he just talking about him being like this bastion fucking defense to stand up, that there are other Christians coming into the community and they're not as strong. You need someone to stand up. And I'm like, you can't even stay in the community for 8 months at a time. Like, you got to fucking leave and go hide because it gets so stressful. And here's where the bitch comes out. Yes, True, you are still bitch made for this. That is a bitch made move, True. You are absolutely certifiably a fucking bitch. You had an opportunity to say, you know what? Hey, Christian brothers and sisters, let's get together. Let's make sure Brother G-Man's medical bills and lost wages are taken care of. You made this about you. Congratulations. You suck as a friend.
Might have to have surgery myself.
Oh, it's your surgery. Oh, man, fuck G-Man. Man, you might have to have surgery. That's so, oh, man. Oh, my goodness, True. I feel so sorry for you. Might have to have surgery. How about your brother in Christ that you claim to support is actually in the hospital. How about that? Why is it going back to you? Why is it going back to you?
It's something I got to keep myself away from.
We can only hope, Aloe. We can only
It's a
hope.
possibility. But yeah, it's too negative. That side it's too nasty over there. Everybody over there, they're just too.
It's coming from the guy who just said he's making a compilation of supposed lies and deceit and shit. Okay, thank you, True. Thank you for that.
Malicious. And I
Yeah,
find
hair
myself, in
plugs.
order to try to draw attention away from what they've been trying to do towards G-Man, I just feel like I've had to stir the pot a little bit and try to get under people's skin in order to draw attention towards me. And I've been doing it from different angles and different directions
You
just to
hypocrite.
try to get people to talk and keep their focus on me. But even then, it seems like
You hypocrite.
they're only doing so because I'm making them mad. But they want to keep they keep on wanting to go back and talk about poor G.
So wait, now here, folks, remember at the beginning of this conversation, the beginning of this hangout, he was talking about him banning people, and he stands by it because all they're doing is going to comment section and trolling him, and that their behavior is nasty, and he doesn't want that kind of stuff around him. Here he goes again. This is the second time he's actually admitted this. This is the second time he's admitted to trolling. You missed it earlier, Hannah, where he admits to trolling my chats. So this is crazy. How G-Man, what would you say to True in this scenario?
You hypocrite.
It's crazy. It's like it not only once, twice now he's admitted to doing that. But he wants, get this, he wants a bigger platform. He's upset that Arn Ra gets a big old platform. He gets to swing his big old atheist dick everywhere and around and all this, that, and the other. But True is sad because he has a lowly fucking platform and he can't stand up to the mean old Arn Ra. But yet he says shit like this. Come on.
You hypocrite.
G-Man, and he's like, I don't know why, you know. Look, G-Man's probably one of the nicest guys in the community. Yeah, he can be.
Look, wait. Hold on.
Wait. Oh,
He did not just fucking say that. You have got to be fucking kidding me. If y'all didn't know that True's head was fucked up before, that should tell you right there that his head ain't screwed on quite right. That is, G-Man's the nicest guy. I wouldn't be fucking going after his ass if that was the case. You know who's a nice guy? Christian Anarchist. Do I agree with Christian Anarchist about a lot of shit? No. Do I agree with Matt Sings out on a lot of shit? No. And it could be political, social, religious. We don't agree on a lot of stuff. We don't. But you know what? Max is a nice guy. He actually treats people with civility. CA does the same thing. Those are nice guys. G-Man is not a nice fucking dude. He is not. And that's just based on the stuff that y'all know about. Because I've already alluded to, I know a lot more about G-Man than he realizes. A lot more. Do I need to remind folks this is the same dude who threatened to dox JD's kid's school? Nice guys don't do that. You don't threaten the welfare of people's kids. Nice guys don't do that. I don't know who the fuck lied to you, but I guess around where you're from, threatening like the livelihoods of people's kids is cool. But man, it is crazy what these fuckers will say. But that tells me right there that True don't know shit. I mean, you could have surmised that based on just a few choice conversations, you know, that ones that he keeps up. But man, if that doesn't tell you that True don't know his ass from a hole in the ground, I don't know what will. Because that right there, that little admission, are you kidding me? I literally made this entire series for the express purpose of turning a mirror on him. If people don't like what I'm doing to G-Man, well, guess he's probably not doing good things to people now, is he? All the insults that I'm giving to him are reflections of the insults that he's given towards other people. and all of the defamation and the slander. They're all reflections of what he's done. So don't talk about people being negative when G-Man is a hub. G-Man is a nexus for maliciousness. I'm just preaching. No, you are a fucking asshole. That's probably why Conrad bit you in the ass. That's why you know what? If people feel that G-Man being in the hospital is his fucking, what is it, comeuppance for what he's done to people, what he said to people, then hey, by all means. Maybe this will give him some time to reflect on his shitty behavior. I'm pretty sure being away from YouTube and only being able to watch is a fucking wake-up call for him. Maybe he'll stop going around and trying to push around dudes twice his size now. Because let me tell you what, if your ass is in the hospital, you don't need to be doing nothing like that anytime soon. But you know what? If you want your throat to be slit and you want to be paralyzed from the waist down because you're a fool for Christ, then go be a fool. While other people will live their lives and be able to actually utilize their entire body. If that's the fucking stupidness that you've come up with. You can, and all the people that you have access to, that is literally the dumbest thing that you could do. And nobody in your circles could tell you otherwise. That should tell you that you're around shitty people. That's crazy to me. But say, you know what? I'll let off of him for a little bit. I'm going right back into his ass as soon as he's back. Because he had no compassion for when 13 Heathens said that he was going into the hospital. That's why I don't give a shit, really. 13 Heathens made a hangout, and at the end of it, this fucker couldn't even sit to watch it. And then we told G-Man, do you realize at the end of that second video, where 13 took some time to explain that he's going into the hospital? G-Man didn't give a shit. He doesn't care. But now people are supposed to be sympathetic towards G-Man. Fuck him. If he wants compassion, then his bitch ass needs to show it. That's how I feel. I'm glad he's in the fucking hospital. Because G-Man's the type of person that doesn't understand shit until it's right in his fucking face. Good. If people don't like the shit that Sabella and Holy Spackle said, then they can eat a dick. If G-Man thought it was funny to mention Sabella's infertility, fuck him. That shit's not funny. My cousin's struggling with that shit right now. It's not fucking funny. So maybe y'all good Christian folks should get together and stop sucking him off and actually tell him to slow his fucking roll. How about that? So if you want me to be upset about something, how about the hypocrisy? How about this bullshit that y'all like to pull? That's a good idea. Instead of defending the terrible shit that he said, oh, it's just mistakes. No, that's not mistakes. You don't say that. Yeah, that's not mistakes. It's not mistakes. No, it is not.
He's pretty charismatic when he's dealing with people. He's very passionate about what he says, man. But that doesn't make him a bad guy, you know?
Yes, it does.
When he speaks out about homosexuality or...
I'll tell you what I have to say about G-Man don't make me a bad guy then. If you can't show compassion towards someone else going to the hospital, then you don't deserve compassion. Yeah, he's...
Jade or whatever.
Oh.
That doesn't make him a bad guy. It's just his Christian beliefs.
That's his Christian. Well, you know what? It's my atheist belief that if you can't show compassion toward other people who are in the hospital, you don't deserve any of your goddamn self. Not a bit. That's you know what? You can call it, that's my potato beliefs. It's not atheist, that's my potato beliefs. He didn't give a shit that other people were struggling mentally, physically, but for some reason we have to, hope for G-Man's safe return and hope for his healing and all this other shit. Yeah, sure. I don't begrudge people who do. Some people just they care like that. But he's not shown that towards anyone else. So, oh well, he did the debate with Gus. Yes, you want to know why? Because I talked him into it. It wasn't his fucking idea. It was an opportunity for him to show his ass, and so he could use it later and say, "Look, I'm a good guy." No, bitch, no. I talked you into that for Gus because I actually did care for Gus, and I still do. I care for him less because he and I had a disagreement on the last Star Wars. But that's not the point. It's not altruism at all. It is not. He doesn't have an altruistic bone in his fucking body. Just because he's not capable of being malicious right there in the moment doesn't absolve him from the shit that he's done. Sorry, you can try and pull attention away all you want, but his actions, his minor actions to me, and this is just me personally, and I will agree, he did donate to Vince, but it does not outweigh the maliciousness of the past. It does not. If I go and burn down someone's house, if I bring them some roses, it doesn't absolve me from burning down the house. That's the equivalent to what G-Man does. I'm not going to look at, this tiny gesture here, right here in the moment, and say, well, all's forgiven. I'm not like that. And that's actually a good idea. And I'll explain to people why I'm like that, because there's a specific reason, there's a specific way that there's a way that I come to that conclusion. That's not just something that I came up with. That's after years and years and years of dealing with toxic people. And when I say toxic people, my own family. That's why I'm like that. That's why I don't accept that shit, because I don't think it's genuine. So let's listen to some more of this fucking hobgoblin.
I've seen him firsthand help out people like Nadia. He's always participating and trying to, in these fundraisers to help people out. And still, time and time again, people are just attacking him, trying to get under his skin. They'll get on his case for saying the wrong thing or wording something the wrong way. Meanwhile, they do that all the time. And just everybody in that community is just too immature, man. They're too immature. Seriously, the entire time I've been here on YouTube, none of them have changed. None of them has changed. And some of them have gotten better jobs. Some of them are trying to, up themselves in life. And as people, they've not changed. They've actually gotten worse. They try to say G-Man's gotten worse, but they've gotten worse. Their behavior has just become atrocious.
Yes, because you're definitely the judge on who's gotten better. Well, how often do you participate in any of these discussions? True? Oh, that's right, you don't. So y'all want to know something funny? Check this out. I'm going to actually end this in a few minutes because I can only listen to his stupidity for so long. Check this out. See if y'all notice something. Man, 3 days ago, 2 days ago. Let's click on this. Y'all notice anything? I have it.
Person Scarlett, as if anybody was repeatedly.
That's a video. So, I think he. Let's see. Okay, yeah, this is the train tracks one. Y'all notice? Let me go down here. Let me show you. Y'all notice something here? Y'all start to see it in a minute.
In order to witticisms to Are you kidding me, Scott?
Here we go. So now we're up here.
The fact that, and so when I say,
there's a few things actually you could point out, but y'all notice he's cut his camera off after a few days ago. He stopped coming on camera. Did y'all notice that? Y'all notice he's not on camera anymore. Somebody picked up on that, and I realized, I started looking, I was like, you know what? No, he stopped coming on camera. I said, okay, no, that can't be right. That can't be right. No, stupid fucking intro. So it happened about 5 days ago. was like around the last time he actually appeared on camera. Because here, you know, this is him. This is one of the last sets of images that I got.
Portions of the discussion.
Okay. And so another Bring It evolutionist, Tommy's on camera.
No,
You know,
created by selection.
You believe the claims of
Wayne was
Scripture.
on camera.
Because there's a lot of people in the Bible that you're calling a liar.
So let me get in on this.
He's not on-
Stars.
He's not on camera. Did y'all notice that? Not on camera anymore. I thought that was interesting.
They've not changed. They're not changing in a good way.
We'll see if he appears on camera
I'm
later.
sorry, guys. I'll be right back. I gotta let let the dogs out real quick.
Ooh, let the dogs out. Oh, oh, oh. Wait. Ooh, let the dogs out. Now it's just awkward fucking silence.
Come on in, guys. Come on in. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm about to end this.
Good boy. Good girl. Come on, let me eat it. You gotta come in too. No, put that stick down.
Ah. Really? Like little claws on linoleum.
All right, I'm sorry about that, guys.
I don't think you're actually talking to anybody.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with G-Man. He just he's concerned.
Below Beckles' little comment. Skylar could not seem to be able to not let his selfish pride. And wait, Skylar could not seem to be able to not let his selfish pride in check. What? Am I reading that right? I haven't had coffee this morning. Does that? What? Holy shit! Yeah, picture of that. Okay. Yeah, I might need it later. Send him a prayer. How about you check on him? Oh God. I guess maybe autocorrect. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it just, autocorrect. Jesus. All right. That's enough of that. I get a headache listening to him ramble for too long. Let's see. So I know he was live on. I guess he's not live anymore. Man. Look at that. That didn't last too long, now did it? What's that? All videos. Let's do that. All videos. And it's gone. All videos, yeah. Oh, someone had a sad. Oh, why don't you know? Oh, someone had a sad. That's too bad. So it's about almost 10:30. So guess what time it is, folks? Those windows, man. Yeah, Ryan deletes his videos. Oh no. Didn't do that.
When you listen to Dragnut, it's like, Beavis, I am Cornelio.
I have too much fun with this fucking thing. Way too much fun. So, don't expect me to do a true empiricism video. It's not like he keeps videos up for me to do videos on. Oh wait, I have an entire fucking Google folder full of his videos. Man, it's crazy. It'd be crazy if I gave Skylar that too. But you know what? Might have to do that. Because I can't have all the fun. Matter of fact, let me send Skylar this link, because he might want to partake in the ponage. So, yeah. So, if y'all ask me, I say don't even bother with True, unless you're making fun of him. He's not worth a conversation. He's the only worth laughing at. That is it. That is fucking it. So, but again, that's if you ask me. I won't tell people not to deal with them, but not necessarily. Let me say that. I won't necessarily tell people, but you're not going to get much out of that. He can make for an effective lulz cow. He really can. Oh. Y'all want to see one of his videos where he had just gotten done working out and he was all sweaty and he wanted to show everyone? Y'all want to see that? Sure, let me know if you remember this video. Boop, doo, doo.
All right, everybody, forgive my appearance. I'm not even going to get dressed right now. I just got finished working out, and I was noticing some more messages being sent to me on my tablet. And I don't think people are getting the idea here. I'm ignoring your posts and your comments that might be in some sort of thread that I'm commenting under, because I'm not to me about any of that. But I'm not getting involved, but it better be about something that's actually important. If I'm in the thread and I'm coming in contact with some post from somebody saying, something like how stupid I am or how irrelevant I am and blah, 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 well, then that's fine. If I'm irrelevant and I'm stupid and all that other crap, then you should be ignoring me. You shouldn't even be. What is the need for you to tell me that and try to get a hold of me?
That's a good question. That's a really good question. Why does there need to be you fucking making a compilation of someone's supposed lies and deceit and all this other bullshit? That's a really good fucking question. Stay tuned. Next episode of Idiot Rangers. Again, he needs to take his own advice. He really needs to take his own advice. So I just got done pumping iron, folks. And so I just so happened to be looking over some threads and I got some messages that, I had to respond right now while I'm still sweaty so you can see how much work I've done. Yeah. Okay, look, folks, if you've not been a gym rat, if you've not actually been working out at an actual gym, you are focused, you are in the mode, you might have your phone or your iPod or something where, you are tuned into what's happening. You're not like engaging in conversations and shit and trying to take videos and all this other bullshit. Like you are focused. So for those of us who have actually, like I said, been in the gym and have fucking been down to business, that's bullshit. Okay? That's not bullshit. That's his lifeline. That's his only source of whatever cathartic relief that he has. And so he's now trying to pretend. Well, he was trying to pretend as though, oh God, like, come on, man. Come on. It's just sad. I might have to bring back the Pikachu suit. That's just so sad. So let me send this link to Skylar. Man, there's a lot of videos in here. A lot of videos. There's videos about me. There's videos about Steve. There's videos about Gus. There's videos about, this is one where he was at his job to prove to everyone that he didn't work at McDonald's. Or was it Popeyes? I'm sorry, Popeyes. To prove everyone he didn't work at Popeyes. So anyway, let me send this to the Squealer. And you know what? God damn it, Blue. All those images, they just make me want to fap. God damn it, Blue. God damn it. Not stabby Blue, vagina Blue. Send that to Skylar. Boop. There we go. Now Skylar has lots of your content for quite some time, True. You're welcome. So on that note, folks, see you. Don't be like G-Man or True. Be better.